Good evening, it's Wednesday, May 24th, and you're tuned in to Primetime News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Diana Kauta. Tonight's top story. In a crucial diplomatic plea, President Dr. Hage Geingob has called upon the United Nations to intervene and provide assistance in resolving the ongoing peace and security crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo. During a high-level meeting with Huang Xia, the special envoy of the Secretary General of the United Nations held at State House, Geingob emphasized that the Democratic Republic of Congo lacks the necessary capacity to independently tackle the many challenges it currently faces. Let's listen in.
DRC is a DRC's problem, but they don't have the capacity to solve it. Hence, they are appealing to neighbors and so on. It is African problem, but again, capacity is a problem. So therefore, we appeal to the organization we belong to. First to AU and then to United Nations. Because of capacity question. We have our own problems in our countries. We don't have to bring the same problems to, if people in other countries rise up again because of problems we are facing, to extend it to all of us. So therefore, we are saying now let's elevate it. The United Nations is the organization which we belong to maintain peace, world peace. And if we are failing now, because not that we are unwilling, but what means? Some don't send the troops because they don't have the means, basically. It's not easy. And where we are coming from now, first from COVID situation, which affected all of us, and then the economics were down in our areas.
Excellence, Monsieur le Président, c'est à moi de vous remercier vivement.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. It is for me to thank you most sincerely for your availability. It is again, I've taken good note and I will convey your position, your messages to the Secretary General.
The Ministry of Health and Social Services Acting Executive Director Taimi Amambo delivered a grave announcement today regarding the outbreak of Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever in the country, also known as Congo fever. In an exclusive interview with Primetime News, Amambo revealed that the patient, whose laboratory results confirmed the presence of the fever, tragically succumbed on the same day.
As a ministry, this virus is not new to us in managing and handling it, especially for the past 6 years, since 2016, we have managed and we have had this outbreak in the past from various regions, not just Kobabes or Maheke regions. We also had it in Musati, in Oshana, in Oshikoto in the past years. So this is really a contagious virus, very serious one. That's why at this stage we have activated all our protocols in terms of preventive measures and surveillance to make sure that we contain the virus. And according to WHO standards and our own guidelines, once you have one laboratory confirmed case, that's actually an outbreak. That's why this is we are of high alert, and we want to really just confirm to the public that there should be no panic, because we are in control and we have all the preventive measures in place, and our frontline health workers, both in the region, in Maheke, where this virus came from, and in Windhoek, where in these facilities where this virus was handled. When you get this virus, it's transmitted through tick bites from animals. And the best way really is to prevent ourselves from those. And I'm happy to say that we are working in close collaboration with the Directorate Veterinary Services within the Ministry of Agriculture to make sure that we are collaborating and are containing the virus. The health workers, both from the public and the private, they are being monitored on a regular basis to see whether they are showing any symptoms, and to also they are good. They are in good health. There is no one who's in critical need of care, but they are all well, and we are in touch with them on a daily basis to make sure that we provide that supportive care to them.
Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, took charge today as she chaired the virtual extraordinary ministerial committee of the Organ Troika, along with the personnel contributing countries committee of the Sadak Mission in Mozambique. Primetime News producer Ndamona Kanganjera was present at the venue and provides us with the details.
We are confronted by vicious terrorists waging war against our fellow citizens in the northern part of the Republic of Mozambique. In order to testify that we are really committed and we want to cherish the values for the collective regional peace and solidarity, we have decided to deploy the Sadak Mission in Mozambique in order to neutralize the terrorists and to restore the livelihood and the state authorities in the province of Cabo Delgado. Of course, significant progress has been achieved since then. However, we agree more still need to be done to ensure that peace and stability is restored in the northern parts of Mozambique.
During the commemoration of the African Union's 60th anniversary held in the capital on Tuesday, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah emphasized the crucial need for Africans to harness the energy and spirit of their founders who fought for political independence and redirect the same vigor towards achieving complete economic independence. Take a listen.
Having achieved its set objective, the AU transformed itself into the African Union in July 2002 to focus on sustainable socio-economic growth and development. Therefore, Africa needs to transform the energy of our founders during the struggle for political independence to channel the same vigor into our efforts to attain a full economic independence. It's true we celebrate, we still have our organization, all African countries are members, but we have to accept we are not economically independent. And that is what should be the focus today, and that is the energy that we need to bring about that political independence.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your source for the latest business news. In a significant development, the outgoing president of the African Road Maintenance Fund Association, Ali Ipinge, has issued a compelling plea to African road funds. Ipinge emphasized the urgent need for these funds to adapt and embrace new revenue collection methods amidst global challenges.
Ipinge, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of the Road Fund Administration, said that the user pay principle is one instrument that has proven to provide financial stability for road maintenance and generate value and benefits for road users and the public globally. He said countries such as Namibia, Mozambique, and Zambia have also positioned themselves to not only fund road maintenance and rehabilitation from road user charges, but are going beyond their traditional mandate and undertaking new development and construction with government support. Ipinge said such approaches allow for better planning and offer end-to-end solutions to prioritize road development. The new president of African Road Maintenance Fund Association, Musa Esai, who is also the chief executive officer of the Cameroon Road Fund, said the improvement of road infrastructure relies on both a dynamic partnership and active synergy between stakeholders. Esai said the recruitment of the executive secretary, who will be responsible for drafting and implementing an operational action plan for each of the association's objectives in its strategic plan, is crucial for African Road Maintenance Fund Association. For Primetime News, I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa.
African Ministers of Finance, Planning and Economic Development have united in their call for comprehensive reforms to the International Monetary Fund Special Drawing Rights System. The objective behind these reforms is to bolster the global financial safety net and ensure increased liquidity for developing nations.
Speaking during the meeting, Hernan Morsey, UNECA's Deputy Executive Secretary and Chief Economist, emphasized that when special drawing rights are allocated, they tend to disproportionately benefit countries that are less in need of them. Africa, with a population exceeding 1.4 billion, received fewer special drawing rights than Germany, a country with a population of only 83 million, according to Morsey. The ministers emphasized the need for special drawing rights allocation decision to be made in a rule-based analytical manner to reduce the discretionary and political nature of the allocation process. They underscored the importance of ensuring that special drawing rights are directed to countries that require them most. They advocated for the rechanneling of special drawing rights to multilateral development banks such as the African Development Bank as a means to achieve this goal. The ministers further called for reforming the special drawing rights rechanneling mechanism to promote greater utilization. They called for increased measures by the IMF to promote transparency in the special drawing rights market.
This brings us to the end of our top news segment for tonight. Let's take a look at how the weather is shaping up through the length and breadth of the country. Welcome to Sport Planet, the segment that unpacks all things sport for you. Tonight, we commence with a developing story. Spanish football club Valencia have been hit with a 5-game partial stadium closure and a $48,500 fine following the racist abuse of the Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. by fans. Vinicius threatened to leave the pitch in the second half of Real Madrid's La Liga match against Valencia at the Mestalla Stadium on Sunday after being subjected to alleged monkey chants from the crowd. A statement from the Spanish Football Federation on Tuesday night read, "The competition committee has sanctioned Valencia with a partial closure of the Mestalla Stadium for 5 matches, more specifically the Mario Kempes South Stand." Meanwhile, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, called on sporting federations like FIFA to have strategies in place to prevent and counter racism. Have a listen.
The racial abuse faced once again by Real Madrid football player Vinicius Jr. in Spain just this past Sunday is a stark reminder of the prevalence of racism in sport. I call on those who organize sporting events to have strategies in place to prevent and counter racism. Much more indeed needs to be done to eradicate racial discrimination. I feel that sports, I don't know how you call the sports organizers, FIFA, many other, it's across the board, that we need to have a hard look at human rights and sports.
Your sports roundup is next. On that note, this is where we dock for the night. Many thanks for watching. Do make a date with us again on Friday. From myself, Diana Kauta, and the creatives behind the scenes, have a commemorative Africa Day tomorrow.